Okay, remember, if you see the pause symbol, pause, take whatever notes you need to, and then continue on with the presentation. If you don't need to pause, just continue going on. There are a few pause slides in this presentation. The student will be able to know what are divisibility rules. This will be done through a presentation and classroom activity. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit raspy, I sound kind of winded. I am still getting over a cold. But today you're going to find out is a long lecture. And it's like 15 minutes. It is long, it is boring, and we'll dredge our way through it to try to get you guys to the next part. Divisibility rules. Divisibility rules are used for reducing. But warning. Warning! What's the warning? No, it's not warning you of the upcoming. There's some zombies, and there's the one strangler. It's not warning you of the upcoming zombie apocalypse, which isn't going to happen whether people think or not. It is the most boring lecture of the year. I'm sorry. This is one of those everyone finds boring because it's just memorization, but I'll try to make it as best I can. You should probably be writing this. Reduction of fractions or divisibility. Divisibility rule for number 2. Both the bottom and top numbers are even. What is even? Even is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. It is not 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this will make more sense in a minute. So 6 over 8. So that's a fraction right there. We've been learning about fractions. So that is our top number, which is our numerator. And our bottom number is denominator. Numerator is 6, denominator is 8. Both of those are even. So, because 6 is even, because 6 is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 8 is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So there's our smiley face. So next, we're looking at the last number. So 6 is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So those are both even. So yes, these both are divisible by 2. Next one. Let's see the top last number. The top last number is 2. 2 is even, so 2 is divisible by 2. 1. 1 is not. It's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this one right over here, no smiley face. Sorry, smiley face, you are gone. So 2 and 1, they're not divisible. So 422 over 51 is not divisible by 2. So this last one, 130, you have the 0, so that makes it even. And then we have 24, so the 24 ends in a 4, so 4 is even. So again, both of these are divisible by 2. So that means they're divisible. Recap. So these are more the like kind of textbook definition-y thingies. Every even number is divisible by 2. No, so numbers ending in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 are divisible by 2. Pause. This is one that you use very often. So go back, take some notes on these because 2, 3, and 5 you use very often. And I'll go over again that in a little while. But pause, take any notes you need to. Here's the next one, 5. So again, you should probably be writing this. Both top and bottom number end in 5. So 0 and 5. That's what we're looking for. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, sorry, no 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if it ends in 5 or 0, let's see. 5 ends in 5. So that one's good. So 5 over 15. 15 ends in 5. So they both end in 5 and 0. Awesome. It is good. So that one is divisible by 5. This one, 316 over 20. 316 over 20. 6 is not divisible by 5. But 0 is. So this one, again, is not because they are both. So, again, cross out the smiley face because that 6 is not divisible by 5. So, therefore, you can't use it. So this one, 210 over 51. 0 is, but 1 isn't because we're looking at the last number, the end number. So, again, we're going to cross out this smiley face because 210 over 51, 1 is not divisible by 5. It doesn't end in 5 and 0, so it's no good. 130 over 25, 0 is 0, 5, so that one's good. 5 is not good, so we cross that one out. No, we don't cross that one. We keep that one good because 0 and 5 end in 5. We are good to go. So to recap, again, every number that ends in 0 or 5 is divisible by 5. So, for example, 95 ends in 5, so it is divisible by 5. Divisibility rule number 10. The top and bottom number ends in 0, so 0 and only 0. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, for example, 9 over 10. 9 isn't divisible by 0. It doesn't end in 0. 10 does, but they both have to be it. So this one is not divisible by 10. Both end numbers have to be 0. So 230 over 30. Let's see if this is divisible. Top number ends in a 0. Bottom number ends in a 0. So Mr. Smiley Face stays. Hooray! He's there. So next, 180 over 170. 180 over 170, both of them end in 0. Therefore, it is divisible by 10. So, oh wait, that should not be crossed out. So, disregard that X to the smiley face. He should still be there. He should be live and kicking because they both end in 0. So 130 over 20. Smiley face stays because he's happy because they both end in 0. Recap. Let's see. Every even number that ends in 0 is divisible by 10. So, for example, 9,860 ends in 0, so it is divisible by 10. Do you see something in common? So 2, 5, and 10 have some stuff in common. So in a second, we're going to find out. First, this one, it says, top and bottom numbers are even. What is even? So even is anything 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. Top and bottom numbers are end in 5 and 0. So I took this from earlier, if you remember. Top and bottom numbers end in 5. So kind of finding some stuff in common over here. What inference can we make? Inference, you got to find out second, is an educated guess. So if you notice, I kind of highlighted top and bottom. So the educated guess can say that the top and bottom numbers always have to be divisible by it. So if the top is but the bottom isn't, okay, it doesn't work. It has to be top and bottom, not just bottom or just top. Both of those numbers have to be divisible by it. So here's a pause slide. There's a lot of information in there, you guys. We're only not even halfway through, like 6 minutes and 50 seconds in. We have lots more slides to go. So if you need to pause, go back. Even if you want to continue later, come back to the presentation later. But Divisibility 3, what you should probably know. The top digits add up and divisible by 3. The bottom digits add up and divisible by 3. This is where it gets kind of confusing. So 513. 5 plus 1 plus 3 equals 9. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. This one I'm going to show you more in class because it's kind of hard. So 9 is divisible by 3. However, 1 plus 3 equals 4. So 4 is not divisible by 3. So therefore, this is not divisible by 3. It's not ending, it's adding up. And again, this is where it gets kind of hard, so we'll talk about this more in class. So let's add up 2, 3, and 1. That's going to equal 6. Okay, 6 is divisible by 3 because 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So again, the bottom 33, add that up equals 6. So both of these are divisible by 3. 2 plus 8 plus 8. Okay, so that's going to be 8 plus 2 is 10, plus another 8 is 18. 18 is divisible by 3. And then 1 plus 7 plus 1 equals 9. So 9 is also divisible by 3. So hooray, smiley face is happy. So the top one, 1 plus 3 plus 2, is going to equal 6. So that 6 is divisible by 3, but the bottom one is 5. 5 isn't divisible by 3. Again, we're looking for, if we add up the numbers, they equal 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, any of those numbers. Recap. Where's my recap? If the numbers if a number is divisible by 3, the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. For example, 462, if you add them all up, you get 12. 12 is divisible by 3, so that means that number is divisible by 3. This is long. I'm sorry. Again, almost done. That is a pretty important one. That's one that's the harder ones to know, but it's one of those things to look up. So go back, write it down, take some notes. 4. You're probably not going to use this one often. I'll talk about it later. So last 2 digits of the top number are divisible by 4. Last 2 digits of the bottom number are divisible by 4. So example, 152, 12. 12 is divided by 4 equals 3, so therefore it's divisible by 4. So 4, we know 4 is divisible by 3, so that top number is good. 13, 4 is divisible by 4. 13 is not divisible by 4. So where's that little cross through them? Not going to happen, not divisible. So again, hopefully this will start making sense. 404. So we take the last 2 numbers, the 0, 4. 0 plus 4 equals 4. 4 is divisible by 4. 24. So 24 is divisible by 4. 4 times 6 is 24. So therefore that one's good. Next one, we're going to take 16. Highlight the 16 there. It goes 16. 4, 8, 12, 16. So 16 is good. 20 is 4 times 5 is 20. So therefore 20 is good. That one's also good. Let's see, 4, 12, and 22. Again, 12, we're good to go because 12 is 4 times 3. 22, unfortunately, isn't. It's either 20 or 24, so this one's going to be another cross out. Recap in a second. Where is my recap? Recap. So, I don't memorize these, that's why I have to wait sometimes. A number that is divisible by 3. Oh, that's not right. I don't know why I reused the same one. But basically, all it says is if you add up the last two numbers, it's divisible by 4. So I'll make sure I put a note on there that that bottom part's wrong. Divisibility rule of 6. Again, this one isn't as important, and I'll explain later. Top numbers is divisible by both 2 and 3, then it's divisible by 6. Bottom numbers are divisible by both 2 and 3, therefore it's divisible by 6. So 366 is divisible by 2 and 3, so therefore it's divisible by 6. So let's find out. It's even, so it's divisible by 2, so we know that's good. And if you add them all, it equals 6, so that top number is good. The bottom's even, and it adds up to be 6, so that one's good. This, again, is confusing, so just take notes, and I'll explain later why it's not as good. So 213. This one cannot be divisible by 6 because they're not even. So if they're not even, they're not divisible by 6 because they can't be divisible by 2. So the next one, after we cross out the old smiley face, because those aren't even, so it can't be. Like this one again. The top number we see is even. So if we add all of those up, it's going to be equal to 8. So 8 isn't divisible by 3, so even though it's even, we can't use that one. Bottom one's odd, so it can't also be divisible by 6, so we're just going to cross that guy out too. He's done. Next one, 6 and 12. Well, this one's kind of, if you see it, is divisible by 6, because 6 is divisible by 6, that goes once. 12 is divisible by 6, because 6 times 2 is, if you add them up, it equals 3, and it's even. So, therefore, the last one's good to go. So, to recap on this one, if a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, it is divisible by 6. 366 is divisible by 2 and 3. It is also divisible by 6. 9 rules. Again, these aren't as important. 2, 3, and 5, in my opinion, are the most important. The top numbers are divisible by 9. The bottom digits add up and are divisible by 9. So, for example, 513, you add up 5, 1, 3 equals 9. 9 is divisible by 9. So the top one, 9, is divisible by 1. 9 divided by 9 is 1, so you're good to go. If you add up the bottom numbers, it equals 4. So 4 is not divisible by 9, so cross that one out. Almost done, you guys. I know, dredge through it. Like 2 minutes left. 3, 3, 3. 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9, so therefore 9 is divisible by 9. So therefore 9 is good to go. Top number is divisible by 9. 6 divided by 3. 6 plus 3 equals 9, so the bottom number is good to go. So smiley face. 3, 6, 963. If you add those up, it's going to be 18. 18 is divisible by 9, so you're good. Bottom one is 171. 171 added up equals 9, so that's also good. Those are both divisible by 9, so you're good. Last one. Unfortunately, the top number, 9 plus 1 equals 10. So 10 is not divisible by 9. So therefore, this last one over here, we know it's not divisible by 9 because the top and bottom numbers have to be both divisible by 9. So we cross out the last space. Oh, recap. I know you guys are getting bored because this is the boringest lecture in the world. Add them up. If it's divisible by 9, it's divisible by 9. So, for example, 5,373 is divisible by 9 because if you add it up, it equals 18. 18 divided by 9 equals 2. Mr. B's advice of the day. I know we went through all this. Make sure 2, 3, and 5 are in your notes. You will use them most often. Because like 4. 4 is just 2 times 2, so you can just use 2 twice. 6. 6 is just 3 times 2, so you can use divisibility rule 2 and 3. So we're going to go over a lot in this class. It is a lot to go over. This is one of the most boring lectures ever. It's just pure words. But go back. If you missed some of them, go through some of them. If you missed 2, 3, 5, please do 2, 3, and 5. Those are very important. 9, 6, yes, those are important too, but you need to know the base ones, and you can kind of cheat and get yourself by it. because even if you don't know the other ones, you can kind of, I say, use 2 over and over and over, because 2 also does 4, which also does 8, and all the rest of them. So make sure 2, 3, and 5. Please go back and watch those. It'll make it a lot easier because the students will be able to know what are divisibility rules. This will be done through a presentation and classroom activity. You guys are done after 15 minutes and like 22, 23 seconds right now of pain and suffering listening to Mr. Beuthin talk. So good luck. There's no questions that go along with this for your activity. You are done. Have a good weekend. Have a good day. Whatever you want. Done.